Broadcasting live every Monday night at 9 p.m. in St. Louis with your host, CJ, Funny Man Sam, and your best friend, Tyrese. This is Mayhem Mondays podcast on Going Dutch Radio Network.
There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Mayhem Monday podcast, the best podcast in St. Louis. I'm your best friend, your lover, Tyrese.
What's up, guys? I'm Sam, and tonight we have two special guests, Josh and Corey of the local band Pono AM. I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
Pono AM. There you go.
You.
Good. No problem.
I read it like
no problem
at a glimpse, and I thought it said like Porno AM, and I'm like, what the
That
fuck are we doing?
Idea.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I thought I was special.
How did you guys get that name anyway?
It was. You guys ever seen the Disney original movie Johnny Tsunami?
I think so. Maybe.
It's not really. It's not one that most people like need to see. But there's Shang Tsung from the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah,
plays this dude's grandpa, and they're like somewhere and they're snowboarding the whole movie or something like that. And he always refers to him as Pono, and he always says, "Hey, Pono!" And that was an inside joke between me and our old bass player.
Okay.
So we just wanted to throw that in there, and then AM comes. I don't know, man.
The time that you figured it out.
The greater question is, where does Hoobastank come from?
Yeah,
where did that name? How did they get that name?
Or Limp Bizkit?
I don't
I've
know
heard
where
some stories about that.
radio came from either. So
Nah, but
we're in the same boat here.
We got Pono AM live in the studio. It's been I've been hitting you up for a while. There was like a time where I was calling you. I must have called you like
that's not even because
5 or 6 times or whatever. Like, and I was like, this motherfucker, we're gonna get him on the show. They got a good following.
If you would have called Corey, you would have heard back sooner. To be honest.
Oh man. So are you just one of those guys that just is bad at replying, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
But you're the guy. Like, if I ever want to get in contact,
the weekend
not during the winter. Seasonal depression happens, and then I don't do anything.
Just hibernation.
The
happens.
weekend that you I think initially reached out though. It was around the time that the album was coming out.
Well, you guys were on. I thought you guys were in Colombia.
We were out of town. Yeah,
you guys were in Colombia and everything. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you text me. You go, I got some downtime. Yeah, I got about 4 hours of downtime. I'm like, oh, cool. And I call him like 2 or 3 times, and he doesn't answer. I'm like, must not be that much of downtime there.
Yeah. Sorry,
Nah,
man.
you just don't like Sam. It's okay. You have. Good
I didn't
company.
know. Well, I
Nobody
didn't
likes
have a reason to not like him. Now we'll see.
No,
Or
there
we'll
you
see.
go. Yeah, this might get intimate here or not. No, but so let's talk about something that happened last night. I don't know if you guys are big sports guys. The most boring Super Bowl ever.
Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
No.
What were we doing?
See, I think you might be the only one who watched it.
I
in
fell
this whole
asleep
group.
after this.
We were
Yeah.
recording.
Oh yeah, we were recording last night. Yeah.
There you go.
Start doing something better than the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, apparently, I don't know. I knew that we would catch the memes. That was all I was really concerned about. Was
Yeah, I
what-
didn't
what
watch
happened
it.
on the
I didn't
internet.
watch it at all either. But then I just saw like when I woke up in the morning, just memes about how boring and crazy and uneventful it was, and I was just like,
Yeah.
One touchdown was scored in a championship game. That just goes to show you how uneventful it was.
Yeah.
It was
I
crazy.
don't. Last time I probably watched a Super Bowl all the way through was whenever the Rams won. So.
Oh, like that's like
Which was
it's
not
like
last
almost
night.
20 years ago.
Which was
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
not last night.
Man, oh man,
Yeah.
what blew my mind was like how many people were like, "Fuck the Rams," and I'm like, no, you don't really hate the Rams. You hate Kroenke, is it the guy that owns the team?
owner of
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, no, man, I just watch for Tom Brady. I see
Yeah.
Tom Brady, I'm like, oh
Celebrity.
man, oh yeah, he's like God's nephew.
This
Jesus
is
is the
ninth-
son of
It's his
God,
ninth
dude.
Super Bowl or
It's
something.
his
isn't it?
9th Super Bowl. It's his 6th Super Bowl win.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I'm getting that right.
He's
If
playing his
anybody
cards
knows in
right.
the comments, yeah. But anyway, so topics for tonight, we're gonna be discussing Pono AM's new album and their upcoming shows. Foam Bar in St. Louis, the Foam Coffee
That
Bar.
is interesting. What's going on with
They're,
that? I
they're-
want to know.
They're trying to stay open, and is it Mick or is it Mike?
I think
who's
it's
the
Mick.
owner? Is it Mick? Yeah, Mick, who's the owner, started a GoFundMe page. So
Yeah.
we'll get into that. It's iconic in St. Louis. It's an iconic bar.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
And they've had like Walk the Moon perform there, I guess, before they got big. So they give a
Yeah.
lot of local bands their start. We'll get into that. And then why is Nickelback such a hated band?
I think they
Go
have
on.
good.
You got-
I think they got some good songs.
Are you
here.
guys pro Nickelback or?
Dude,
I was hoping you guys weren't.
whenever they came out, I was hip to it, but it was also I was younger and everything
yeah.
like that. Yeah, but I mean, a pop song is a pop song, you know. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird territory. I'm staying right in the middle so we don't catch any flack.
No,
Okay.
no. You
Okay.
can say you hate them. I love them.
What was the early hit of theirs?
Like was
Bottom
it,
of the bottle, dude.
yeah, Photograph or
Even
There was something
earlier
had to
than
have
that.
been way
Even before-
before that.
Bottom-
Bottom
they-
of the bottle was the.
How does that go?
I've been wrong. I've been bad.
Okay, yeah, all right. I don't know. I probably heard that song and thought whatever at the time because I was super young, but I can't say I've been following them very closely ever.
man, oh man.
You know more about how hated they are than you know about like their music.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the-
well,
in
they
this-
started
this
as a
time.
Canadian cover band.
Yeah,
Is that it? Like
Probably.
they started. I don't know.
I can
Why?
see
Wait,
that.
why
so-
are they hated? I never.
I think
just
some
haven't-
bands are fun to hate, and I think I don't know. It's a very generic sound, I guess.
Yeah,
and
I heard that they suck before I even heard any of their
Oh,
music
yeah.
first. I just
Right.
heard that
That's-
everybody hates Nickelback before I even heard their first
that's like
song.
the height of their popularity. I feel like is how much people hate them. But I mean,
You know what? Let's talk about this now because we're like deep into this. Screw talking about it at the end. I want to talk.
Why
about
did
this
you
now.
pick Nickelback for the first one?
Well, because a girl.
I thought you guys just like hated it. I saw this like outline and we was like, wait, we talking about Nickelback. I'm like, why? And I thought you guys had
Maybe
some
he-
strong views on Nickelback,
Maybe
and I want to hear them.
He looked at some of our social media and drew a parallel. If you've seen some of the advertisements that we've ran from our page, maybe you've seen some of the flack that we've caught and been like, oh, okay, well, these guys are the next Nickelback, so
feel
let's
like
talk
it's-
about that.
It's one song that I liked on Nickelback,
Show the,
and I can't even.
Show the Nickelback website here. We got it pulled up.
Dude, last night I Googled Nickelback Cruise because someone said, it was Brandon, the guy who records us, was talking about, said something about there might be a Nickelback Cruise. And I typed in Nickelback Cruise, and I guess it's not a real thing. Like, one thing came up, and then the next, like, several articles were, like, just articles about shit-talking Nickelback, and like how Nickelback. One of them was Canadian police officers punish like drunk drivers by making them listen to Nickelback in their car.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, God, man.
No, so like, are they? So what do you mean Nickelback cruise? There's a whole cruise devoted
Someone
to
said
Nickelback.
that to me, asking if it was a thing. I don't think it's actually a thing. I think they were thinking of someone else, but I was like, we've got to look into this.
Now, as a person that hates them, would you want to go on that cruise and like protest?
See, yeah, some people might. Some people might want to. I could see that being really
I
fun.
don't feel like
actually.
the best way to get back at a band you
Give
hate
them
to
money.
listen
Is to
to
give
is to
them
give them
money.
money and then get stuck
But
out in the
people
middle
do
of
that
the
with
ocean.
like with like the gathering and stuff like that, like the Juggalo festival, the ICP thing.
No,
they have
no.
like a big festival or whatever, the gathering of the Juggalos, and people will pose as Juggalos to get into that, just to like, I don't know, experience or hate or try to destroy it from the inside.
Oh wow!
Now juggalos, that's male prostitutes, right? Am I getting
I thought that was
wrong?
a-
It
I thought that was
sounds.
a
I
gigolo.
don't really know where the name came from.
I thought Gigolo was a male.
No, you're mistaken. It's
it was a Juggalo.
it's a
Deuce
juggalo.
Bigelow, American Juggalo.
There you go.
It's prostitutes that know how to juggle. That's what it is.
That's good.
That's actually pretty cool, man. If
All
like,
those
yeah.
things would probably be better than what they actually
Man, oh man! But no, like Nickelback. So one of the reasons. So I looked it up. Like I was curious why people hate them because I don't dislike them. They're not my favorite go-to band. But I looked up, and one of the things was like how you said you were a kid and you listened to it, and you guys were kind of into it. One of the things was that they're not evolving. Like they have the same sound. It's the same. Like if you play one of their songs, just the track itself, and then compare it to another song, it's the same song. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, aside from like production and everything and the way everything else is moving in like pop radio, it all sounds like they could have been all written at the same time. I think.
Are
Yeah.
they still together? Because I
Oh,
just
yeah,
saw
they're-
this website. There was just a tour dates going on here. Is it one in St. Louis? Because I'm going.
Yeah, we're going.
So
We're going. Can we come? Can we go? I want to go.
we got some comments from the audience. Danny J said it's that late '90s, early 2000s vocal style that people mostly hate. Creed was similar, maybe the worst style of that
Japan.
era.
They're going to Japan. Look, they're worldwide.
It's
man.
hard to tell
That's the thing, dude.
them from another band. I go
Yeah.
to this gym and you could tell me that they were just playing Nickelback nonstop, and I couldn't debate it because everything, it just sounds very similar. And
Well, like what's the
can't tell the
band
difference.
Theory of a Dead Man? Wasn't that produced by the head guy of Nickelback? And then so is My Darkest Days.
I'd believe
which
it.
they all have similar
Right.
Yeah.
sounds. Like if you listen to Theory of a Dead Man, it sounds like it'd be Nickelback.
It sounds all kind of like this like thing that was formed out of the grunge, like the 90s like grunge stuff. You can tell they all listen to like Alice in Chains and Nirvana and stuff like that. Which plenty of people listen to Alice in Chains and Nirvana and don't make shit music. Can I cuss? Is
No,
that-
yeah.
okay.
Fucking
No,
cuss
man.
all
No,
you
you
want,
can't cuss.
man.
What you think this fucking place
You're
is?
out of here.
Come on now.
Kick me out, dude.
Josh, when he rolled up, he flipped me off. He threatened to kill me.
I threw my cigarette at his feet
Yeah, man.
and then offered him one.
Put it out in my arm. Put it out in my palm.
Don't
you
your
can
grandma
cut-
do the same thing?
You can, yeah. I thought we weren't going to talk about that. No, you can. No, I mean, Nickelback though. I mean, why do you think like I get not liking them, but why do you think they hate? I think because it's hate.
they're
It's
the
not
most
just.
popular of that genre, and they were kind of like the first ones where I think it was like a thing where it was like Pearl Jam came out and they had that kind of like vocal style.
People loved that
And
Pearl
then-
Jam when they were doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, they were like the first ones to have done it, and they were like, "This is really cool."
Hmm.
And then I think Stone Temple Pilots did it like the next year, and then it was just a whole like probably Creed, and then Nickelback, and just a whole bunch of people did it. And I guess Nickelback was like the first one where they're like, "This is it. Like across
Yeah.
the line, too many people have done this."
It never stopped though.
style.
They never stopped their style. It just kept on.
Yeah, and there's
Kept going and going.
and just a whole bunch of people did it. And I mean, whatever. I mean, I can't judge a band for making the same album all the time because I really like Chuck Berry, and he wrote one song for an entire career, and it was
Ooh.
great.
All right, speaking of albums, you guys are having a new album coming out. Tell me about this new album. Is it the same sounds you guys been going with? Is it something new you experiencing?
Well, we had one that came out in November, and we've been working. We went straight into working on a new one, which we're not sure. We're trying to get that to come out this year. The last one that we came out with, Variety Hour, we spent like we didn't spend a long time writing it, but it took a long time to get done.
Yeah, I was always worried about like the process. What's that process of like making an album? Is it something easy that you try to like put all the songs you think of, or you just try to make all the songs kind of have the same vibe, same feel all throughout the one album?
Well, for Variety Hour specifically, like the whole point of that one was that we thought it was kind of diverse. Because both of us write and sing. So the idea was hopefully that you could be able to tell, like, oh, this is a different person singing, this is a different style of song, but collectively they fit in the variety theme. So, like, I guess the title is supposed to let you know that you're going to expect something different, that it's not like a Nickelback album. It's not going to be the same song every time.
That's what we should have called it. Not a Nickelback album.
I'm on the topic, so I figured.
Man, oh man. So, like, I mean, when you guys finish an album, that's got to be like a wonderful feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like when it all comes together, like almost like a writer, author finishing work or painting or something.
Too, a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, do you guys do you feel like relieved, or is that just a whole bunch of other headaches that come with it? You got to go out on tour, you got to promote it, or is anybody gonna like it? All that. So, like, what goes into that though?
We were definitely relieved when this one came out because it took so long. We basically almost made the album twice. The first time we did it, we kind of had a falling out with the people that we were working with. And then at the time, it was like going to be pretty much like half as long as the one that ended up being what's the finished product was. So like by the time we started to re-record it and rework on it, we were like, oh, well, let's throw these songs on there now because we have these new songs. And so I don't know. By the time we were done with it, it was really, really, really relieving. And just to be able to put it out. And there were so many people. We'd been a band for, I think, 2 years or something at that point that it came out. So there were a lot of people that just wanted to be able to hear the songs whenever. So that was really cool to be able to give that to people. And our album release show was just absolutely bonkers. So it was like a big party for all of us. And we were all just kind of not just relieved, but just excited to be able to like share it with everybody. And then since then we haven't really done a whole bunch. We've gone out of town a little bit, but we've kind of cooled it as far as playing shows. But now we're planning some like tours this year and stuff, and we've been recording the next one, trying to make that not take 2 years to come out.
So you guys have went on tour for this album already, right? Or
Not
do you still
necessarily for the album, because I mean, we went on a couple tours, and we were kind of hoping to have the album out whenever we had done those tours, and then we kind of had to scrap that and restart. So we were just kind of touring on mostly just like some singles and stuff. We tried to put out like EPs and singles to keep people like interested while the album was coming out, and so we really haven't toured on this album. But like he was saying, hopefully we're going to be doing some of that this year.
We're planning something in May, nothing like too long, but I think we're just kind of going to be, rather than touring to promote the album, I think we're going to be putting out music videos and things like that to kind of help push it and remind people that it's out there. Because one thing that I don't think a lot of people get is, like making the album is one thing, but like getting people excited about the album is another. And then the album actually, once it's there, people are like, oh, we're done. But it's all about, like, a whole other half of the battle is actually reminding people the album is out. Because, you think, oh, it's out there, and people are just going to eat it up now. But you have to, like, remind people that it's out there.
Yeah, we actually have their album, like a link to their album on the outline here. But, no, so, I mean, you guys just had a show at the Ready Room.
Dude, that was a nuts show.
How was that? Because that was
I've been there.
That was the other
of
night,
times.
right? Was that Friday
Room?
night?
It was Friday night.
Yeah, that was Friday night. Yeah.
What
so
was
how did
the
that
invite? Why didn't I get invited to it?
My bad,
man?
dude.
Come on, man. I'm your best friend.
I know.
You had a show at the
I
Ready
saw
Room,
you. Yeah,
and
I
he was
walked
like,
into the room, and he was like, "What happened Friday night?" And I was like, "Dude, my bad."
Next time you guys have a show,
I got a new phone.
I don't want to invite. I want it to be named after me too. I want it to be the Tyrese Show. All right, we got that going down.
I think you're the first person that's ever said, "Why didn't you tell me about your show?" Usually, I feel like anytime I'm like inviting someone on Facebook, I'm like, hey, we hung out one time. Like, you should be here at this show.
I'm coming.
And I just assume everyone will unfriend me.
That's how we feel when we
They
invite
do
people
sometimes.
to watch us, and then they don't. And they're like, oh,
Right.
sorry, I fell asleep. And we're like, ugh, go die.
Everybody that I say watches me, so I don't know
Maybe
what
it's-
the fuck
maybe
you're
it's
talking
something wrong,
about.
dude.
So yeah,
Maybe
you're
it's
doing
just
something
me.
wrong.
Man,
But
oh, man.
I want to be you guys as like hype man though. So
We
like,
need-
what's going
we
to
need
happen
one.
is next show I'm gonna get dreads because every good hype man has like wavy hair.
You got
and
time.
all I'm just gonna
You
do.
got 2 weeks.
All I'm gonna do is just do this, and then I swear to God, your level of the crowd is gonna go from here to here. You just need some guy with long hair shaking it up and down to your stuff. It's gonna be the best show you ever had.
I'm
I
into
hope
that,
you're
dude.
serious about it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
we're
expecting
not-
I'm
it.
gonna
you-
grow out of the dreads, man. I'm gonna have the dreads out
In
It's
2
gonna be
weeks?
a fucking rager. In 2 weeks.
You got 2 weeks.
Then that's one whole week extra that I don't need. It's too long, man.
Stepping up to the challenge.
Where's
dude.
this show gonna be?
Foam, actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
foam.
Now, tell me what
Foam.
this is, because you guys were talking about this foam. Is it like a foam board? Do they have like
No,
foam
not
coming down?
like
It's
foam
just
machine. Not like what we did in college. No.
It's not like a foam party
No,
or
no,
something
it's
like
not a
that?
foam
They might have
party.
done those there. They do lots of different events
Yeah.
and stuff.
What's
there.
so great about this board? Why should we keep it alive?
Well,
What's going on?
let's get it. Let's listen to actually some of their songs first. But before we get into that, because that's a whole topic in general.
Oh, is it?
Is
Okay,
foam.
then
Yeah,
maybe
'cause
I'm
that's-
jumping ahead
There's
here.
so it's actually a really cool place though. It really is. But like, what genre would you guys consider your music?
Rap.
Because I was trying to put.
It's close. It's rap.
Because I was trying to put like a spin on it, you know, like it sounds like almost like an early Beatles, Rolling Stones type vibe, but then there's some beach music kind of like mixed in there, and then like some psychedelic rock. So I mean, really, what genre would you say?
Subgenres are a weird thing. I feel like the more subgenres you put on it, like the more of an asshole you are. So like if anyone just asks, we're just like, we're a rock band.
Those are all the things that we pull from, though. Definitely, you know.
Yeah.
for sure. So I mean, if you really wanted to get crazy, it's like, well, you could say garage, which I feel like encompasses a bunch of different.
Well, anybody
Unprofessional
can do a
unprofessional
garage
sounding rock bands.
Yeah.
Unprofessional sounding rock band. Like the early Kinks stuff versus like later Kinks stuff. I would call that garage whenever it was like.
Yeah, I think whenever I try to see this thing is, I think garage rock, like I said, encompasses a whole bunch of stuff. So I feel like garage is kind of like it's not a specific thing. It's a way to, I don't know, bring in a bunch of genres.
Just make
But
up your
anyways,
own genre, man.
I don't know. There's like some psychedelic stuff. There's some surfy stuff to it.
A lot of pops. We try
Pop
to like
stuff.
just make everything. We definitely try to just make everything like we don't shy away from trying to be like poppy and hooky and stuff like that. We have like really like loud rock songs and stuff like that, but we try the end of the day everything is just trying to make melodies that are memorable and everything. But that question is going to get harder and harder to answer because for our new stuff, I haven't even showed Corey, but I got some hip hop beats that are going around, stuff like that.
Now
And I don't
Tyrese
know
is
how
into it.
I don't know how we're
Why
even.
do I gotta be into
Well,
it?
because you said, "Oh, hey, you're
I'm
talking
just
rap."
saying it's gonna
yeah.
be different, man. You don't expect these two
Now
guys
he's-
to be hip hop
now he's
artists.
really gonna be your
and then
hype man
bam,
here.
It's up there. Nah, you know what? I don't even like hip hop, man. I'm not into that. I'm all about the country music. Can you guys do some country shit?
Dude, it's so funny though because we're on we're on kind of different wavelengths with what we're currently listening to. Corey's all about
Oh yeah.
What position? First of all, what do you guys do? Like, are you both singers?
we both play guitar and
You
sing
both
in the band.
okay.
Yeah, pretty much same job.
And we write the songs.
How many people are in your band? Because I know a person that has like
Four.
10 people in the band, and they all do
That's
Frankie.
a lot of shit, man.
Frankie.
I wonder how
Oh,
often
Frankie,
they
yeah.
all.
Sunset
Sunset?
Over. Yeah, Sunset Over. No, she's got some. And you know what? They're not bad. Whoever is her, like, Frankie's a very, very good singer. And whoever is her lead guy or whatever.
Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rex. He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. But it's like,
an animal.
especially hearing them at Foam in just a little area, it's like too much in one. It's like
Yeah.
almost like then you get a lot of noise. There's
It
just
depends on which
noise.
show you go see because they have like a different lineup depending on just who's available. Like you were saying with your friend that has 10 people, it's like I'd be super
that-
surprised if they all get together once a week. Just
well,
because,
and she says it's very, very hard. I think they have like 10 people in the band. She says it's
a
very,
lot of-
very hard to
yeah.
actually practice.
That's why
I mean, you
we
guys
have
you
two
guys have
people
four.
essentially.
Yeah, you guys have 4 people,
We have 4,
but 2 people are actually doing
Yeah,
the work.
and then everyone else is like interchangeable because too many times I feel like we've all been in bands where it's just situations where it's like
Tell me about
this
it.
a-hole isn't doing his job, or whatever, and it's like, well, now it's just on us, and then if you can't be there, no big deal. Like, we'll just get somebody else to fill in, and there's no big responsibility on
Yeah, we brought different people
whoever.
on tour with us and stuff like that before for that reason. It's just like, yeah.
I'm free.
No one's replacing the hype man though. If you don't have him, there's no
I play a
stand-in.
mean recorder though. If you ever,
right.
if you ever need one of those things in your band, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star would be the shit. I'll tell you that right
What's
now.
the song that plays at churches whenever they're it's like, I guess on the
Are you
hour or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I want to cover that song.
Oh really? We have one song in my church where it's just straight
Everyone knows
Jesus.
it, dude. That's a everyone knows that song.
Okay, yeah. That's,
Would you guys do any gospel at all?
if someone was paying me for it, I would. I've done some
You
terrible.
sell out.
You can't put a price on Jesus Christ, but apparently you
Actually,
can. According
actually,
to
you know
Corey.
what? I will probably end up doing something like that by the summer.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there
would.
you
Yeah,
go.
no, I would do it,
There you
especially for money. I had one artist, and I was like, dude, if I'm giving you $10,000 to sing a jingle for like
Done.
a fucking cereal, would you do it? Nah, man, I can't hurt my music like that. My theme. I was like,
Yeah.
what? He's like, yeah, I gotta stay.
We've known some guys, and we're like, why don't you
What?
like they're good, and we're like, why don't you actually just write shit, like make money off? I don't want to exploit my music. Well, that's kind of stupid because like you're not
You're
gonna.
not making money.
Not
You're
exploiting
not-
shit if
Yeah,
you're just in your
exactly.
basement.
Yeah.
No one's hearing it.
Exactly.
It's like it's like no other profession. Like if I was making sandwiches, I won't be like, I like this sandwich. This is the only sandwich I'm making. Yeah, but I want a meatball. I'm not going to export my sandwiches like that. I am true to my club
my
sandwich.
sandwich, yeah.
Let's-
and I'm not going to do anything
Let's
else.
play some. Let's play some.
Yeah, let's listen.
Let's play some.
Let me listen to this.
Let's hear it.
Let me
So
get
for
this
all
out
of you
the
out
way.
there at home, this is we're playing Creator
This is the
by
one.
Pono Am, Josh and Corey.
Ooh,
Is it playing? I don't have
go to that.
Oh, it's on.
Oh yeah, here, listen to this.
to turn this up. I like it.
Thanks, dude. You got the demos pulled up.
Oh, we got Robin Hood.
Now they can go to this
Wait,
website and purchase.
I saw money.
Well, we have your actual song playing through our
I shouldn't be like grooving to my own song.
You can do that
If
too.
you
gotta
see
be cool.
if you see Josh right now
It's a
on
Kanye
screen,
move.
Josh is trying really, really hard to not just. I'll do it for you.
It's
Josh.
old stuff, dude.
What do we got on the comments? What's going on the comments section?
So, on the comments, well, Antina said, "What kind of music? Let's hear something." A lot of Nickelback shit. Nickelback was good when they weren't big, like Hero from Spider-Man, but otherwise,
That song was pretty dank. When that
Hero?
came out,
What is-
it was in the Spider-Man movie. It was them and Saliva, and at the time I thought that was super cool. But
and they say
What
that
Spider-Man
Hero.
movie? It's like
can
a-
shit-
the first
one,
Spider-Man
the first
movie,
Spider-Man
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Tobey
It was-
Maguire.
it was in that, but I sat next to this dude who had really bad BO, and also he was kind of a larger dude and had really bad BO and was eating popcorn, and so like his popcorn kept spilling on me, and I like was like, God, I want to eat
That's
this.
free popcorn, man.
I know I want to eat this, but I'm like, I don't trust this. So like, I was like, at that point, I loved that song, but then like now when immediately after that, whenever I heard it, I was like, yo, this song smells like BO and popcorn, dude.
Condition,
Oh, so
man.
it just
That's
so it just
horrible.
ruined
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for you. It ruined it for you completely.
Kinda, yeah. Maybe that was what ruined Nickelback for me.
I don't think
That's
that's
probably
just
it.
it.
I
I
don't
don't think it's an
childhood
isolated
trauma
incident.
of getting popcorn tossed on them by a fat man.
Yeah, that's it.
That's horrible.
But they can't go to this website though. This band what is it? Bandcamp.com. Just type in Pono AM and they can't purchase your album on here, right?
So actually what this is these are we're just because I'm kind of lazy. The actual album isn't on Bandcamp yet, but we have so these are all that's on here. These are all demos for the album. So these are like things that we had recorded when we were like writing the songs. Some of them were like demos that I made for a song, or one that Corey made, or one whatever.
Can we hear some of them? Can I see Robin Hood? I want to hear that song. I want to.
Mr. Milk's not a bad one. That one didn't end up making it to the album.
He's
but
so
like,
modest.
Mr. Milk. Is that the good one? Did you want to pick that? I see you hovering over.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Milk.
Whatever. Yeah,
that's the good one. That's the good one.
Let's pick Mr. Milk. But I want to see Money too after this.
Yeah, it's way slower than how we play it now.
So you guys have kind of evolved then.
Well, these were things where like we turned on a microphone in the back of the room, which was probably like your phone.
Yeah.
And that's what these are. The actual recordings on every other streaming service and stuff like that.
So like if I get the actual album, this song is gonna sound a lot.
This is the only one. Actually, we put this one on here. It's so confusing. Well, not really, but we put this one on here for the people that are like old school fans that have seen us play this song live, and it didn't make it onto the album. We didn't end up putting it on there. So we put this as like a treat to the people that wanted to hear it, just a demo of it on there. But everything else that's on here, there's a demo for it. Like the theme song that's on the album, there's a recording of us whenever I wrote that in like Florida playing it. It's like an iPhone recording.
Where's the theme song? Which one is the theme
That's
song?
the Robin Hood song.
Oh, play that shit.
I've been trying to say this from the beginning.
That's the theme song.
Hey, we
that's
about
on
to
it.
spit some mad shit to this Robin Hood beat.
That's it.
So
That's
Robin,
it. Like
wait.
I said, when I say demos, it's iPhone recordings and
Wait,
stuff
I
like
can't
that.
hear.
Right?
Wait.
Spit it. No, spit it.
Tyrese's
Wait,
nickname
I
in,
can't hear. Wait, go to.
Tyrese's nickname in college was Robin Hood.
Is this
Really?
a creator? Go back to Robin Hood. I couldn't hear. These motherfuckers were talking. Everybody shut the fuck up. God.
It just made. I wrote it and it made me think of Robin Hood. We were in Orlando, Florida.
It has a real, like, Toy Story theme going on here.
Okay.
I don't know if that's. It's just like I can watch like Andy or Buzz Lightyear coming down on that one.
This is a terrible example of what our album sounds
Man,
like.
no.
So where can people
It's
go?
only going to get better from here.
Yeah, let's go to
Any-
money. Let's go to money
anywhere
before.
Where
you
can
could-
people go to purchase your album?
At
can
our
go-
website. You can
Yeah.
go, so you can go to Squarespace. Wait, no, it is Squarespace. Squarespace.com/PonoAM.
You can also, like, people will just hit us up straight up through Messenger on Facebook, too, and be like, hey, can we hear this? But it's on, like, iTunes, Apple Music.
Any place you can buy.
Yeah, you can
stream.
Yeah, you
music.
can stream all that stuff there.
So Pono AM, are you on iTunes? I'm sorry, I wasn't.
I think so.
Are you on iTunes? So
Yeah.
Pono AM, you can get them on iTunes. Variety Hour. That's the name of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Variety Hour. And you know what? It's not like some of the songs are like, you know, you can kind of bang your head. They're a little uppity beat, but like the other ones that what I like about them is it's just like easy listening in the background. It's like if I'm driving to work and I'm not like feeling like listening to Nickelback, you know, Burn It to the Ground or something like that. It's like I can just listen to Pono AM and I can just coast, man. That's good.
We tried to throw a few different vibes on the album. That's why it's Variety Hour.
It really reminds me of the Beatles because the Beatles have songs that are just, you know, rocking out, and then Beatles have songs where you're like Let It Be.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, it's refreshing. It's refreshing. So yeah, that's good. I like that. So what bands have influenced you? Like what specifically you two? What bands really influenced you throughout your music careers?
Well, I mean, that would be harder to narrow down. But specifically for like this album, there's like bands that kind of just influence each individual song. I guess for Sierra, I was kind of thinking about Pixies. It's kind of like Here Comes Your Man. If you ever
Like
heard
Tinkerbell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad you said it. I've been saying a lot of stupid shit on this podcast. I'm glad you said something.
Is
dumb
it
too.
really like Pixies, like fairies, or is
No,
it
Pixies were like well, they're still around. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know they were called Pixies.
Or the song that was in Fight Club that everybody knows.
What
Yep.
song? I
Everyone
don't know
knows.
this. What song?
Where's My Mind? That's the with your feet in the air and your head on the ground.
It's that.
Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Your head will collapse.
You can tell they play. We don't do
Where
that.
is
We don't
my
sing like
mind?
that together, Tyrese.
We do. We do.
We sing our songs a little bit better together, but that's because we practice them.
Man, oh man. So some comments from the audience. Antina says that she likes the sound of it. Jen said
Thank you.
bands don't always influence bands. It's members of bands can be influenced others, i.e. always look up to XYZ drummer or ABC singer, to be honest. So like
What is he saying?
I
He's
can
saying,
agree
like,
with
he's
that.
saying,
yeah, like one band is an influence. Like, hey, we want to sound like this band, but this singer in this band could be like this front man could be inspired by this front man, and this guitarist could be inspired by this guitarist,
and then they come together.
and then they
kinda
come
make their own
together.
sound
Yeah.
from everybody else. Okay.
Well, I kind of took that as I mean, I get that like individual members of a band, but I kind of took that as like band members inspiring each other because Corey and I both
that's what
had
it meant too,
before we started this band, we both were frontmans for other bands, and then we met each other and we're like, well, let's start a band together so we can have two people that are both know how to write songs and everything. So there are some songs, you know, that like I would write a song and think of like a song that Corey might write or something like that. We've kind of, and our music tastes and stuff like that inspired each other. He wrote a song that he was trying to, I think, kind of going for like a white fence thing.
Oh, yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
That's on our first EP. I think he was kind of going for like a thing like that. And then he'll be like, this is what I was thinking of. And then we'll both take that and then kind of try to go in that direction.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of like filter through each other's music tastes as well and everything.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
kind of
all
have
over
to
the place.
have. You guys kind of have to have like a connection when you're writing music together.
Well,
you guys have to know what
Yeah.
the other is. Like one of my favorite examples is like Axl Rose and Slash before they broke up originally. They said that they would just feed off of one another, just going back and kind of know. I mean, you guys have to have a band has to have that relationship, or else it's just gonna.
Well, we were
it's not
both
gonna work.
fans of each other's bands, so like, you know, it was to the point where it was like, I think Josh would write a song that would sound like this, and you know, he could vice versa kind of do the same thing. So I think it's easy to work with each other in that sense because like I think we're kind of on the same page of what we like and like what we think is cool about the other person's writing. So
Now, did you guys know each other before? Like you saw each other in the other, in other bands. Like, did you know each other before that? Like, have you been friends for a while or?
We had mutual friends, not like we knew some of the same people, and then we started like running into each other at parties and at other like functions and stuff.
And then he was like, "Hey, let's start a band. Let's say fuck the other guys."
I don't remember if we were friends before I had seen, because I had seen his band before he saw my band. He plays in a band called the Langoliers, and I play in a band called Bucko Toby. And I had seen his band and was like, this is cool. But I don't remember if we were friends before that or became friends after.
Are you still planning these separate bands too as well? And then
sparingly,
you have
but we
Yeah.
we do it.
Okay, you guys are way more active than me. I don't like this. You got like 6. How many bands are you planning right now? Just 2 each?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the two.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we take it easy with the other bands though a little bit. And get to them, get back to them whenever we have the time to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna start up a band, and I want you guys to be in it. It's gonna be called Tyrese and the Boys.
We
a
the
Z?
boys.
With a
You
Z?
the Boys.
With a Z?
No,
or-
that's stupid. Why would I put a Z on the Boys?
I'm just
Sam?
saying. Hookah
Damn.
Guys does a Z.
Calm your tits. When is the next show, by the way? Did we already say that? Because I just blanked out. When is
That's
the
the
next
one
show? It's
you
in
gotta
2
be at.
weeks.
You're the
in
hype
2 weeks,
man.
right?
2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, yeah.
You
You
got
got
that
2
foam.
weeks.
Which, do you know the date exactly?
February 19th, I think.
It's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
February 19th on a Tuesday.
Our friends Mutan are going to be in town. They're from, they have members from all over the place, kind of.
Is Daniel still in it?
Daniel's still in the band. Daniel is our old drummer, and we took him on tour, and then he met Pete Mutan, who's the singer of the band Mutan, and then Pete scooped up Daniel And then,
Damn, that was
and then, no, it's okay. No, it's okay because
God damn it, Pete. What
They
the fuck
tour,
you do?
they tour a lot more than we do. And Daniel he's definitely a road dog, and he needs to. He loves being on the road, and he's good at it. So they tour a lot, and they're a really awesome band. And so they're gonna come play with us. We're putting out the album on cassette through this tape label called Tape Dad. From Fayetteville, Arkansas, where Mouton's from. So they're bringing us the tapes for that show. Then we're playing with another local band called Brotherly and the Leather Jackals, who are good friends, and another band called Boreal Hills. So it's going to be a pretty cool Tuesday night.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys, like, it's a lot of networking with
Yeah.
music, especially in the Midwest, especially in this area that's not really known for its music. It's not like LA or New York or anything. I mean, this is the greater St. Louis area. So you guys have to really network and say, hey, come to our show, we'll come to yours, share this, share that. I mean, is it a good feeling, like when you're connected to just the whole musical community? I feel like the music communities here is connected to each other more than in other cities.
It's a necessity. If no one had to talk to anybody ever, and still succeed at it, I think they would do it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you guys are like,
actually,
fuck
that
the
sounds
other.
pretty.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're
guess
not.
so, yeah.
No,
We're not like
necessarily,
fuck
but-
the other guys, but we
No.
just hate the things that you have to do in order to get anything done. Because it's like, you just put a bunch of effort into stuff that, it's easier to just sit on the couch and eat some chips. But
Yeah,
Right.
it's like
You
if
know,
we're trying
with
to
that
say
life.
we're trying to play a show in like Philadelphia or something like that, and we're reaching out to these bands that we know are cool or something. We're like, hey, will you put us up or play a show with us? And they don't know who we are. Well, we have a leg up if we're good friends with their friends, someone that's a good band, or someone that like they're good friends with or whatever. And whereas we're the same band regardless, but it's like if we have that in or something, which it's that same way with a lot of things, but it's just kind of it's a necessary evil for sure. Same with like social media and all that stuff. It's like I don't know. I think it's kind of unfortunate. I'm kind of envious of the people that were in any time before now, where like you could just put up a flyer for a show, and then that was,
play it.
and then just play a show, and people figured it out through that.
Do you think
watched
social media helps or hurts you?
it helps. It's just, I mean, it's stupid to be like, oh, it sucks that you have to do this to do something that you want to do and make money off of. It's like,
Yeah.
it sucks we have to put effort into something.
Right, yeah.
I mean, absolutely, you got to do it. But like, I was watching a Tom Petty documentary, and these guys all lived in Florida, and they were like, oh, we're just gonna get all the money that we have, and we're gonna drive out to California, and we're gonna walk into the major record labels and present them with a tape, and they'll actually listen to it, and then they like call their buddies back. They're like, oh, hey, we got like 5 deals, and it's like, now if you walked up to a record label, you'd never see anybody, because it's not how it works. I mean, certainly I can't say like, oh, this is a finite way of doing it, but it's like, why would somebody take some Joe Schmo that's off the road that they've never seen in their life, or they could go on YouTube and be like, oh, these guys have like 80 million views on their videos, and they're already
game has
making
changed.
money. Like, it's easier to just grab somebody who's actually already doing it on their own and be like, okay, yeah, these guys like have already done a lot of the legwork. Now we can just kind of pick up on it and push them a little bit extra, rather than find some totally random person out there that isn't putting any effort into it, and like maybe they're really good at what they do, but like that doesn't matter half as much as do you already have like a following, and
Yeah.
so it takes a lot of work. It's individual effort, and bands got to work at it if they're going to get anywhere. But
You guys
You
are
gotta-
you guys
it's
are
just a
doing
different
good
thing.
though.
You
guys are
gotta
doing good.
work
You guys got
to get money.
2,000.
Man,
you guys
shit.
got like 2,000 followers on Facebook, right?
yeah,
2000.
I mean,
2,000, like over 2,000, I think it is.
yeah. There's just like a whole. It's like those are 2,000 people that were aware of us at some point. Audiences go cold very quickly, so it's like you just got to be like on top of your marketing game, like as if you went out and paid somebody to do all this stuff. Sure, you could do it. It would cost you a ton of money. Or you could do it yourself, and it takes hours. It's like nobody is like, I'm going to pick up a guitar and learn how to write songs so I can sit on the computer for the majority of my time.
Right.
But that's what you have to do if you're going to get anywhere. I mean, we don't live in California where, you can just essentially tour the state and like
Yeah.
probably meet everybody you wanted to meet. It's like you gotta
You guys
provide to the world from your little
You
house
guys,
in
it's
Festus.
a grind. It's a fucking grind.
It is.
definitely.
It is. And I mean, it is. I mean, for people in the past, it was too. I mean, it's no easy job traveling across the country to go do it, but it's just a totally different ball game than it's ever been.
Where's the most exotic place that you've been?
We played in Punta Gorda in Florida at this bar. It's like near the tip of Florida.
You saying that just because it's the most southern place?
No, because it was well, I mean, what else is more? But it was just
Fort
strange
Lauderdale.
because, well, yeah, but at least that was to like people that kind of knew what to expect. We played that show to a place where they kept telling us to turn down, and then we got to this point, our last song.
Wait, the place came to you was like, you too fucking loud, turn the shit
Yeah,
down.
yeah, and then we got to the point where we were like, our amps were almost off, and we ended up the last song that we played because we were out of songs, and we were trying to fill up enough time so that it was worth getting paid for. And the last song we played was called Death Man, and it's a very heavy song, and we ended up playing it with no distortion and kind of like swung it, and Josh sang it an octave lower, and it became a totally
we made
different
it a spaghetti
song
western song.
on the spot. But it was great. It was cool. It was like a bunch of older people that were not expecting to hear what they heard, and I think people enjoyed it by the end of it, but it was
and the gummies.
it was a weird
You
thing.
guys need to get sponsors. That way you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then they just give you the money to do what you want to do.
Sure,
We'll
yeah, that sounds
sponsor
great.
you, but
We
we don't
do-
have a lot of money to give.
Yeah, we do. We're gonna do. Well, we do
No
whatever we
money.
want to anyway. We had. We don't know how promising of an opportunity it was, but we had an opportunity to do something with some people that were like, hey, we'll kind of throw some money at you or whatever, and we were like, yeah, but we kind of want to do it our way, and not even to be like snobs or anything, but it's just like we'll put in the legwork that we need to if it means that we can do things the way that are going to be enjoyable for us, and that's a good representation of us,
I
No
get
one has
it, because
offered
if
us
you,
money
like-
and we've turned them down.
Not. They offered to make certain things
no.
easier,
No, I can see
I
that.
suppose. Yeah, well,
which involves money.
I guess they were. Well, I don't know if they were gonna make it easier, but I don't want to talk about that.
Ooh. All right. Speaking of sponsors,
Way to go,
though,
Tyrese.
Speaking of sponsors, we have sponsors here at Going Dutch Radio
Oh, I
Network.
see. You guys are doing a thing.
And we'd like to get a shout out to my boy, one of our great sponsors, Ron Squeak. He owns a company called Hookah Guys. Now, Hookah Guys, they make awesome hookahs out of refurnished liquor bottles. Yep. Oh, we got the pictures coming up right now. And so what happens is Ron has a free giveaway every month if you just go to his page, like his page, subscribe, probably like his latest post, and you get entered to win one of his free hookahs every month. And if you don't win, don't be disappointed, because if you mention Going Dutch Radio Network, you get 50%. Oh, I'm sorry.
15. You're going to kill his business.
You get 90% off.
15.
We're about to lose our sponsors. You get 15% off of any purchase you make, as long as you mention my name, Tyrese. Be like, hey, Tyrese from Going Dutch Radio Network.
Your best friend.
Your
your
best
lover.
friend, your lover, and your hype man. Okay. What's next on the docket, guys?
Hold
What
on,
are we talking
some comments from the audience. So L Mudman, do you guys know who that is? All right,
Man!
Oh, I was thinking, I'm
This is
like,
as excited I ever saw you get on this phone. Who the fuck is this Mudman, man?
So he
Dude.
goes, well, he
He's the man.
said a couple things. He goes, why is everyone not wearing sunglasses? And then he said, it's a hardly known fact, but Corey dresses Josh and Josh dresses Corey.
Now it's known.
I
900
think that
people
came up
now.
when we were talking about like how you guys feed off of one another, this and that. So who's L Mudman? That's
He's a
Sounds
great,
like
great
he's the
guy.
man,
He
dude.
lives in Kansas City, and he helps us out every time we go out there.
Yeah, he plays awesome music too. He's really rad. He's a really rad musician. He's put us up. He has a great backyard for frisbee. He always makes us breakfast when we stay there.
I'll tell you what
Or
the
we make
craziest
breakfast
thing.
together.
Wait, where is he? Where do he live? What's going on?
Kansas City,
Kansas
like
City.
Yeah.
Lawrence, a little bit outside of Kansas City, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is the extremes that this guy will go to, like for us. But anyways, I have like cat allergies, and this dude has like 5 cats.
Oh my
all
God.
right,
Jesus Christ.
But get this.
He
This-
killed the cats, so
He
you
kills the cats, buries them out in the
Get him
yard.
away. He gets
He
new
gets
stuff
new
later.
ones. I tell him I'm coming over. He kills those.
You
no,
know what? That's a friend.
We're gonna get
That's
PETA.
a mo-
We're gonna get PETA called on
he
us. In this shit.
cleans this house to the extent, and then like he was like, dude, you can sleep in this room. I've got like this air purifier thing in here. He was like, if it smells like bleach, it's because the air is that clean. And I literally don't have to blow my nose one time while I'm there.
Oh wow! I mean, what a nice guy. I kind of want to stay. I kind of want to stay there now.
I hope
You want to get a
can
cat
find
allergy
mud man.
first, and then you want to stay there so
okay.
you can really experience the thing.
I'll come up with something that I.
You got to give. Yeah. Do we have to be a part of a band to stay at?
We could
You
say
gotta
that.
ask
Mud
him,
bath.
man.
We could say that we're part
L.A.
of a
Mud,
band.
the
L.A.
Mudster,
Mud, the Mudster.
Mud Slide. I don't. Hey, we're that cool, Mud. All right.
So Antina also said she wants to be in your band. She
No,
says
Tina.
She sings great.
What do you play? Oh,
and
she
then
sings, okay.
she goes, I'll share your music. I have friends all the way in Austria to Boston and more in even California.
Okay.
So yeah, so Aunt Tina, she's a good friend of the show.
Ooh,
Is she from around here?
she is
I don't
Washington.
know.
Washington.
Well, she lives
DC?
in Seattle, I think.
Seattle. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. That's
Hook us up,
I
girl.
think. But that's one of the regulars that we have on here, Stewie. That's her aunt. So we call her Aunt Tina. But yeah, she will definitely share your music. And
Speaking of, where is the #1 place you guys want to play when you make it big? And you're making
The
like
frickin' moon.
$2 million a year. Is that
The moon for sure.
The moon is
Yeah.
a place you want to play.
Yeah.
No one's done it.
No, oh.
Lady
Think about
Gaga's
it. You're
working
right.
on it.
There you
I'm
go.
pretty
It's
sure
hard to
Lady
ignore
Gaga's
somebody
trying to
playing
do
on the
it.
moon.
Can you even hear anybody playing on the moon?
Doesn't matter.
I think you can.
You're playing on the
A lot
moon.
of-
Doesn't matter.
Think of how many times people watch.
That's the tree fall in the woods, man.
Think of how many times you've watched. I bet a bunch of Super Bowl games. They probably don't even have people actually playing music on there.
That's true. You don't
Yeah,
even
man.
watch the Super Bowl game for like the halftime show or the like.
Did you guys?
I don't
did you
have
guys
cable.
Even?
Yeah,
You didn't even
true.
see like
Yeah,
the highlights of Adam
Who has
Levine
cable?
playing.
No.
He was just he was just there was no umph to it.
Yeah.
Why,
They don't
why would he
care.
have to put umph into it? They just gave him $1 bajillion.
I know, but I mean, you know, you
For a guy that
you
doesn't
wanna
even need
see-
$1 bajillion.
I like how Sam is keep pushing this football thing and it's just like we could care less about it. But you heard about that one player though. You look in their eyes. You can see in their eyes. They don't give a shit about what you're talking about. No, Sam, go on about Tom Brady and the quarterback, please.
Amazing. He's
Come on.
amazing. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to our next topic because we
right.
could. Anyway, so you guys played at Foam. Did you guys get your start at Foam? I mean, was that one of the first venues that you actually played?
First, where is foam? Where is it at?
Everybody's played.
Cherokee and Jefferson.
Yep,
in
around
the
the
city.
corner.
Yeah.
Is
right
it a
on the
nice
corner.
place?
Yeah,
Is it
it's a
like
very
a
nice
dive
place.
board? What's going on here?
It's a cool
It's a nice place.
There's a lot of people that hang out there just during the day, and a lot of people that work or frequent Cherokee Street that just hang out there.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like a coffee bar.
Yeah, it's a coffee. It's got like a Friends vibe going on. When you enter in off of, I think, Cherokee, when you enter in, it almost like looks
It's like the very first
Central
place
Perk
you'll
of
see,
Friends.
and
yeah.
Like the Cheers of St. Louis or something like that?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody in there's probably an artist of some kind, and
Well, they don't just do bands; they do comedians.
Oh, yeah,
they
they do.
They do performers.
they do
all that.
I think they do trivias and like they've done
like
some
lunch specials, like all sorts of dinner things. I mean, they got everything that you could do there.
Sounds
They
like
do
a cool
it
place. Why is it getting shut down?
I
What's
feel-
going on here?
Yeah.
because I think keeping
yeah.
a music venue open is extremely
I
hard
have
to
some
do.
facts on there. Call me a nerd. I got some facts. So,
All right,
Nerd.
read,
All right.
read off the facts.
so
for us, Sam. Talk
Mick,
to me
and
about
I don't
the
know how to
facts.
pronounce it. Boschens or Boschens,
I think it's
whatever.
Boschens.
Mick Boschens owns Foam, Cherokee and Jefferson, St. Louis. He's recently started a GoFundMe page. Okay, they've actually raised $10,000. His goal was $29,000. But yeah, so.
Okay, this
what-
is it right here.
What makes Foam so special is that they take no cut of door money.
Oh,
So like if Pono
that's
Am
probably
plays
why
there,
they fucking.
yeah, and they charge a $5.
This is just a bad
I see the
business
flaw
going. All
already.
right.
Well,
hey, to one, they're not making any money.
So no, if you guys charge a $5 cover to get in, you guys keep that cover. It's not like they split it with you down the middle.
Usually, what the case is that a lot of touring bands will go through there, and it's kind of the rule is, unless you go to certain places in Lawrence, the rule is that that you are catering to the touring band in hopes that either they'll return the favor or just karma or something, whatever. But either way, all the money generally just goes to the touring band so they can get to the next place, and hopefully they'll return the favor. So all the door money usually is going to that touring band, and they've got touring bands there tons. But if it's all locals, it gets split up between the locals. And, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
And then the bar still makes money off of alcohol, which is great for when we play because
everybody wants to drink when
everyone
they hear
will-
you.
yeah, when they hear us, they're like,
This
we can't get
This'll
to that
get way
bar
better.
faster.
tequila.
Yeah.
no, but they only make profits off bar sales though. They don't
I'm
make it
assuming
actually
that's how
off
it works, yeah.
the band. Yeah, I was reading the article on Riverfront Times, and I was actually reading the GoFundMe page. And I think the cool thing is like most sensible people would be like, well, why don't you just split the profits with the bands? But I guess are they trying to give like bands a start?
To start.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they hope. I mean, what that kind of threw me. Like, why are they doing this? I didn't really see a reason why.
That is a place that really does seem to care people that play there. They've always made it like an effort to try to take care, at least of the people that we've most of the shows that we've gone there. We've gone through Matt Stutler, who he does booking there, and he books and runs another venue called Sinkhole. But he's always been kind of our go-to person there. That's helped us out, and at least in our experience with him, and I mean the bartenders and anyone else that's ever like booked with us, they're always really trying to make sure that the touring bands and everything like that are taken care of, and the local bands and whoever's playing it. So it does seem like a big priority for them. And I know Mick, and it seems like from my knowledge, most of the people that work there are musicians as well, so they all just get it.
Yeah, they've probably all dealt. I mean, bands don't make a lot of money, and it's like, oh, why would you pay this band $400 to come and play for an hour? And it's like, well, it took us an hour to play the set, but it took us weeks upon weeks and months to get these songs ready, and thousands of dollars to get the equipment. And it's like, you're not really paying for the hour that we're playing.
In the end, you're still kind of in the red, or
maybe
a little in the black, but
I've never been in a band in my life that's come out ahead. I've never made $1 off of an original show.
That's
but I mean,
all
how
about
many
to
how many
change
musicians
tonight.
really go their whole life being a musician and
Tyrese and the
actually
boys.
not
Tyrese
make a
and the
surplus?
boys.
I would say the majority.
Majority,
Because there's
of them,
so many. But I mean, the goal is obviously
Yeah.
eventually you make money off it, and it's not impossible. But
Let's get a shot of Mick. Pull up that article, the first one.
Oh, is this the owner?
Okay. Yeah, no.
He sounds like a fucking saint right
Yeah,
there.
well,
Just
he
like,
is.
I don't wanna-
He works 2 other
I don't
jobs.
want-
He Ubers, and he works at a like a Holiday Inn or something. I don't even know where he fucking works, but he just to keep the business up and running.
He
And
probably
he could
feeds
save his
orphans.
business.
I don't even know what
if he
orphans
takes-
is. He's probably over there feeding them and shit.
He could save his business if he takes money from the bands. I mean, that's what it seems like. He could get some profits if he actually splits the profit, but he doesn't want to do that. Which I mean is very selfless. I mean, the guy is just a selfless guy. Can you pull up there? And then Jen, she goes, the Indian is out front and it's very chill. The place tries to bring the money of the fans in and plausible locals regulate versus overcharge for traveling artists. That's what Jen on the comments says.
Good job.
Yeah.
Jen. That was nice.
But yeah, man, no, he started this GoFundMe page, and Foam's been around since 2009. And it hosts a variety of, I mean, there's comedians that do,
Yeah,
they're like
all the time.
poets and all that. But I think it's been embedded into the culture, definitely on Cherokee Street and then St. Louis, because I've heard from multiple people, hey, Foam, this band's playing at Foam. You want to go down to Foam?
Yeah.
You want to go to Foam? Let's get a coffee at Foam. I used to work for an insurance company, and my boss, he would have meetings at Foam. He just loved it. So it's definitely a huge part. And it's kind of sad that it's that it's struggling.
it's
a
gonna
pretty hip spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfortunate because if it does go, I think that would probably start to be the end of Cherokee Street altogether because places have been closing down kind of regularly there now. 2720 has closed, and the Kismet Art Center, that record store, that's gone.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've seen. There's been a lot of places that have come and gone there. There was that place that made all those fancy waffles at one point, like breakfast waffles. They were a venue. They're gone. Cranky Yellow is there. That's gone. Places do not stay open there very often. El Linador, which is all the way at the other end of the street, that place opens and closes all the time. So if Foam goes, I don't even know what venues are left on Cherokee.
Why do you think they're closing?
Well, they said partly because other businesses are closing, so any other like foot traffic that comes from those
But
places is
I mean,
gone.
just the businesses in general, like they're just shutting down. Do you think it's the area? Do you think it's the crime? Because I know that Foam's been robbed. They stole a whole PA system.
It's
or
a place
something.
you really once there's not a crowd on the street, you shouldn't be there anymore. Because
I'm sure it's fine.
that's kind of the bummer. But I mean, you know, anytime whenever there's events going on, like it's perfectly fine and safe. But
I
don't
got
know.
shot there. That's
It's
how
just
I
a rough-
judge. That's how I
Everyone else
judge
was
my
probably
safety.
good then.
Yeah. That's how I judge my safety. If I never got shot in that place, then it's an okay place. It's fine. It's cool. All right, guys.
That's what he says. He goes, hey, let's go here. Well, do you know? No, I've never been there before, but I've never been shot.
It's everything but the east side.
But no,
That's the only one against the rule.
And then their liquor license expires in June. And what he was
hell.
saying in the
I gotta go.
GoFundMe in the GoFundMe page
Get outta
was he
here.
was saying that they haven't they don't have the funds to renew it. Which is that's what they make most of their profits on, is the actual what the bar sales do as well. So they just won't have the money to stay open. So but GoFundMe, can we pull up the GoFundMe page? Is that
Yeah, do you have something you want to say? You want to shout them out? You want to ask people to go go to the GoFundMe
You
thing?
ask 'em.
I have
you do
no
better.
idea what this phone is about, so I can't really.
So there's
I can't speak from the heart, and that's where I do most of my speaking.
There's the it says Cherokee Street right there. There's Foam. That's the Cherokee entrance. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
But if you go to GoFundMe.com, keep Foam open. This campaign is trending, apparently. I'm just reading. $10,599 of their $29,500 goal. So you can donate on there. You can share on Facebook, everything. I think we'll share it on. We'll share it on Facebook. Definitely.
Sam, that was a heartfelt speech, man.
I think
really
it's
feel
good.
Motivated, and I'm gonna donate right now. What I got in my wallet? About $2.
Have you guys? I mean, is this big like amongst the bands and stuff?
Yeah,
is
for
this big
sure.
news?
Yeah,
Is this big talk?
Yeah, there have been bands that I know, and people that are organizing like charity shows, or not I guess not a charity show, but like fundraising shows for Foam. Those have already been kind of thrown together. I know a couple people have approached me about wanting to do like a unique set just for one thing, trying to raise money for the place. So everyone's trying to come together to make sure that it stays open. It's a big deal. It's just kind of a hub for music, and there's all kinds of like sizes of bands that play there. So I don't know. It's important to a lot of people, definitely. So everyone's trying to kind of come together and figure it out.
I think so. I think he's reaching out to the St. Louis community for help. And I think that he's helped it out, local artists, whether it be, comedians, performers, bands.
You know what?
Help Mick out. Help him out.
No. It pulled my heartstrings. I am going to donate some money to this man because, you know what? He's doing a good thing, and I want to have good people rewarded. All right, guys. That's almost it for us. We're about to wrap it up.
I say we sing a Nickelback song.
We sing a Nickelback song. I can't remember one Nickelback. Name off some Nickelback songs. I want to know what's some popular Nickelback songs.
You're looking at us just because we play music, man.
You should know everything about music.
What about
Name
Rockstar? Do you guys know Rockstar?
Rockstar, that's it.
Rockstar.
There that is the one. Good job, Sam. That's the one.
If you guys make us sing a Nickelback song,
I
we're going
wanna
to give this
be singing.
podcast
This is the kind of thing you'd have to pay
what
for.
is it? Hey, what is that? The Rockstar?
Start singing, Tyree. It's just you.
What's the chorus to Rockstar?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? No. I think the whole
Wanna
theme
be
tonight
a
has been
rock star.
fuck Nickelback. Let's play us out with a Pono AM song.
Wait, before we do that, do you guys want to say anything?
Do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. We do a segment where we go one-on-one. Pretty much say what we learned about the whole podcast or through the podcast, or you can promote your album, the next show, Tyrese and the Boys.
Tyrese and the Boys.
Tyrese and the Boys.
Gonna be on the street corner outside of Foam.
Josh, any final thoughts while we even end this podcast?
I'm trying to think of if we have anything happening. We have that show February 19th with Mouton, Brotherly Leather Jackals, Boreal Hills at Foam. hopefully it's not, but in case it is one of the last foam shows that you can see us play there, please come. It'll be a good time. We'll have the album on cassette there. After that, we've got a couple more shows. The next one after that, I think, is at Stagger Inn with Brother Lee and the Leather Jackals and Sweet Talker on March 8th. And then we're working on more music for everybody. Might put out 2 albums this year. One of them's a little bit of another thing.
Ooh.
Me and Corey have kind of talked about this, but anyway, it's gonna be a crazy year for us, I think. So it's only February, but we're concocting a lot of plans.
It sounds like you guys are planning all the way up to May, or
we've got there's a thing that we're
June, or
there's a few things that we're trying to do that are a lot bigger than last year. Besides just putting out an album, it'll be cool.
Ooh. Corey, anything you want to add?
Nothing specifically, but I guess thanks for having us on, and you guys are very cool, and I don't know, man. I would just be bullshitting after this, so.
Okay. We don't mind the bullshitting. Sam, what's going on with you?
I think this is one of the most chill podcasts that we've had.
It's been chill.
That's
because we haven't been drinking at all, man.
No. Well, we haven't really. Well, I have, but no. You guys are pretty chill. It's just usually we get a guest on, we're like, we don't know how they're gonna feel, and this has just been a smooth conversation. So I love it. So I wish you guys luck.
Thank you.
I promise not to hit you up anymore. Like I would
Dude,
send him
message
paragraphs.
That's kind of bad, right?
Paragraphs.
Hey, now that
I was stalking, man.
What I need to get on you.
But no,
I'm not gonna
contact
you anymore.
Not as much as I was. Big paragraphs.
I'm
not
never
gonna
talk
stalk
to you again.
Who do
I'm not
you
gonna
guys?
stalk
Do you guys have a next guest planned?
No. I was gonna ask you guys if you guys have any musicians or anything, bands, local artists, or anything like that want to shout out, that want to platform and shit like that. We'll play their music on here.
Yeah.
We'll have them on. We'll interview them. We'll shout out their shows. Like we'll shout out the one February 19th. That's one big thing that I want to do is just get local talent.
You guys should
anything.
get Nickelback a chance to redeem themselves.
If we had Nickelback on the show, I feel like I would just, I don't know. I feel like our ratings would go down. Not that they're up really, really high,
But still,
I don't think they would, man. They would
you
probably
guys
go
wouldn't
to
listen
the
anymore.
Freaking roof.
I want to be a rock star.
Tyrese, do you have any final thoughts?
Go
Let's
back
hear
to the
it.
lyrics.
Let's hear it.
CJ, play the lyric. Play the song for me. I got a song I need to sing to you right now. You know what? I chickened out.
You can't play it. We're gonna get.
Are you
we're
gonna
gonna
try to sing a
copyright
song
with
you've
that.
never heard?
No, I heard rock
I'm
star.
through
That's
with
my-
standing in line. The clubs I never get in. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's play this out. Go back to the Pono Am. Which song do you guys think we should hear?
Robin Hood.
We've done Creator. We've done Punching Bag. Which one out of those that we got on the
This
list?
is
there?
the show.
Female superhero.
ender right now.
Female
man.
superhero. Go for it. Rip it. Tyrese, you
guys.
wanna shout us out here?
Hey, there was another episode of Mayhem Monday on Going Dutch Radio Network. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, not tuning out. See you next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys. Let's play this shit. Female superhero. That was my nickname.
Female superhero.
Yeah.
I
Robin.
believe it.
Robin. Female superhero.